Manpower. It could be one of the hardest resources to manage sometimes in certain playthroughs of Hearts of Iron 4, but what if I could show you a faction where manpower wasn't an issue? China is a region that I have often avoided in Hearts of Iron 4 playthroughs, generally because, well, I didn't understand the mechanics. And that's until our great leader, Chairman Mao, showed me the way, and showed me the possibilities of how strong China can be when you just conscript everyone. And that's exactly what we're going to be doing. We're going to be unlocking the power of communist China through sheer manpower. Let's go. So here we are in communist China, and well, we don't have a lot of territory. In fact, China is famously quite a rugged terrain and can be an absolute massive pain to fight in. And well, the majority of that pain is the territory that we're going to own. Woohoo. And starting off with our dreams of vast manpower, we already start on service by requirement, which gives us, you know, maybe not the ideal situation to try and get going the economy, especially since we face a few troubles to start with. We have the aftermath of the Long March, which, yeah, also doesn't help with construction. We have low popular support, does what it says on the tin. Power struggles, again, just really not helping us. And Red Army weakened. So we got quite a bit to fix, and we haven't got a lot of time to do it in, because obviously, if anybody who's played China, or Japan for that matter, will know that China and Japan go to war very quickly. So yeah, we got to get a crack on, and we got to do it fast. So let's start off with the research. We don't get much, but we're going to do basic machine tools, and I'm going to do engineering speed as well. Construction, it's not really going to matter much. Maybe we'll try and get away with some infrastructure. That seems like it could be a good idea. Military factories, we get 3. We will eventually put 1 on artillery when we get that, but for now we just need lots of guns, and we'll also trade for some steel. We get 8 divisions, and these templates are a bit weird. I'm going to put them on the border with Shaanxi for the minute. And yeah, we'll sort out the army a little bit later. Then national focuses. We want to capture the provinces that we can get very early on. They're going to be Shaanxi, this one, I'm going to call it Sanma, and then Xinjiang, I think. So they're going to be the main places that we can get. We're going to need to do a war goal and go down this side of the tree first. So we're going to do a bit of land redistribution, the Yan base area, focus on China, and then exploit the weak neighbors. We're going to rush those options so that we can get land and cores quickly. So let's get cracking. And that's about it really for us to start us off. We've just got to get through the focuses really, try and get guns. Now this playthrough is going to rely a lot on the common turns, so as soon as we can really get involved with these guys, the better. We'll just get some non-aggression packs with Stalin's homeboys. And just as the Rhineland's remilitarized, we get land distribution completed. So next we're going to move on to the Yan base area, improve infrastructure, and get another building slot. 1 research done. Let's move on to construction. Now, political power is going to be quite tricky. A lot of things are going to be quite expensive to start off with, but we will save up for our silent workhorse to start us off. Nice. Yan base area is done. We're going to move on to focus on China next. And we're in a positive for guns. Now, we get 2 units here. We get our Yuntan and our Yundai. Probably saying that wrong, but never mind. The main one that is actually used as our garrison unit is what we're going to use as our main infantry, because it's 6 battalions. That's a good start for us. And then our Yuntan, they can be our garrison units, and we'll give them a better portrait so that we can understand it. At least my brain can. We're not going to have much occupied territory, but yeah. And the next thing we're going to want to do is change that all over to our infantry and just wait until we can train that up. We're going to go down dispersed industry because we will eventually get an industry going. It will help. And there we go. We can now get our silent workhorse. So we'll pick up old Liu Xiao. Yeah, Liu. We'll start assigning some army commanders. Somebody who will be just a general good infantry commander. We'll save Limbao because he's going to be... We will be using Mountaineers and we're going to utilize them a lot. So he could be our Mountaineer commander. And of course, Field Marshal Mao Zedong at the head of the nation and the army. Focus on China is complete. Now we can start to exploit our weak neighbors and get in here quickly as possible. The next lot of political power we're going to want to put onto our chief of the army, and we want this guy, Zhu Di. Mainly because he's a genius and he's going to give us 4+ daily army experience, as well as non-combat out of supply penalty benefit, which is good because we don't have much supply in China at the minute. There we are. Let's pick up our chief of the army and get Zhu in. And with our first lot of 10 army experience, we're now actually going to create a new unit. We want to get some cavalry on the go. And to be honest, these could be very cheap. They just need to rush points, essentially. And then we're going to want about 6 of these. So we'll just train them as we can. Exploit the weak neighbors is in, which means we should now be able to declare war. This is just a quick ask. If you're enjoying the video, could you please like and subscribe? Thank you all very much for watching anyway. Now, let's get back to the video. Right, first war is underway. We're going to probably do a little pinning attack here, and then basically just run into the victory points whilst we can. There we go, easy capitulation. We'll take everything very quickly. Now we need to move everybody over to the border here. We'll force deploy some of this cavalry. Excellent, which can be used straight away. And then we want to train more infantry as much as we possibly can. And we'll force deploy these as well. And then they need to go up to the top here. And essentially they'll sneak in round the back. Oh, nice. And we get another 2 factories now. We'll put that on guns as well for the time being. Although we're going to need trucks and a few other things shortly. Right, well, whilst that's done, we need to probably move on to another focus. Let's get literacy programs, get another research slot. And then whilst this war is cracking on, we're going to justify a war goal on Xinjiang. We're going to be justifying a war goal over here and retaking our core states. It doesn't really matter where, but we just need the war goal. Let's declare war. I'm going to slow this one down a bit because whilst we do need to be quick, we need to sort of micromanage a little bit and just rush for these victory points, essentially. Now, I'm hoping that they're going to attack, but all I want to do with our infantry is just pin these people in place. Oh, and we can force deploy these guys. Excellent. Just move into the front lines and help where possible. Okay, so we've got one there already. See if we can move these chaps down further. Got another factory now. We'll put one on trucks. And we got another research slot. Let's pick up artillery. We're going to really need that sooner rather than later. Okay, look, now they're starting to move. So we want to try and pin, I think. Just keep rushing if we can. Lovely. And another nation down. Excellent. We'll take everything from them. And things are starting to look good again. We've got a few more guns. We're actually going to put a little bit more our infantry. So I think what we'll do, we'll expand the infantry a little bit so we can make our divisions that we've got a little bit more bulky. And then we'll start putting them on the border and see if we can actually train any more. Oh yeah, we can train quite a few here. That's good. Now, we weren't building infrastructure, but the one thing that we're going to want to do is actually create some railways. Literacy programs is in. That means we can now start moving down this part of the tree, the middle side, and start improving the nation, getting rid of some of our debuffs. Extra research slot is welcome. We'll get the next level of research speed. Dispersed industry is in. We'll get a little bit of excavation, I think. And our war goal is nearly in as well, which is good. Gonna put these guys on a bit of motorization. We don't probably have the full amount of trucks, but we'll slowly get there. 150 political power. We can't quite do anything with it yet, I don't think. So we'll just hold on to it for now. In fact, actually, let's pick up our infantry expert. We're gonna need him. Right, never mind, because our war goal is in. Let's stop exercising the army. And again, we're just gonna want to rush in, basically. So let's get stuck in. Repel the attacks and then pin them if they start to move. They're not starting to readjust yet. Oh, because they've, looks like they may have taken some territory off of us. You know, they're starting to get a few troops moving now. Nice, and we have got artillery in now. I'm going to want to research our guns, I think, next. And we're going to want to put some of that into production, definitely. So we'll slightly take one off guns and start putting some into artillery. Oh, excellent, they capitulate. Good. And that is all of the smaller territories taken for the time being, and gives us back some of our core territory. And now it's time to prepare us essentially for the main part of this war, which is where we're going to be fighting, well, you might have thought Japan, but actually we're going to be fighting China. Why is that? Well, every more bit of territory we can snatch off of China is more core territory for us. And that means we're going to be able to fight Japan ourselves better. So now we need to start preparing the army. We're going to bring everybody else on the border with China now. Chiang Kai-shek arrested in Yunnan. Now this gives us a few opportunities here. We can basically ask the Soviets if we can cut his head off, basically. We can just cut his head off, which means China gets a war goal on us. Not ideal. We can ally against him with the Japanese. Again, not ideal because we want to fight China. And we can just let him go and ignore it. So we'll let him go and ignore it. Right, 5 back on guns now, some on artillery, and then some on trucks. There it is. Japan declares war on China. We have got a bit of time until we really need to get sort of stuck in. Meanwhile, we'll make the cavalry a little bit more robust so that they don't just crumble in combat. It's going to be a bit more guns, but that's fine. Now, the next thing that we actually really want to do, I think, is start to invite foreign investors and get down towards the Soviets to start building some relations with them. We're going to need the Soviets in order to push into China. Let's do superior firepower, and looks like we completed our mission to the Soviet Union. We can bypass this one because we've already got our non-aggression pact with the Soviet Union, and we can now in fact join the Comintern. Come on, there we go. Excellent. Now that that's done, we can start moving on, I think, to finish off down some of these areas and yeah, not be so crippled by some of our negative modifiers. We also want to now start justifying a war goal on China so that we can start to get stuck into the war. Meanwhile, it would be good, I think, to create at least a railway to the Siberian Railway, so that will help. There will be gaps in the Chinese front, which we may be able to capitalize on, but it's going to be difficult. Oh, and we get mountain infantry now. That is excellent. Like I said, it's going to be very infantry focused. Right. Our war goal on China is in. Let's declare war, and then we can now also call in our allies of the Soviet Union and everyone else. Lovely. We'll hold Sput for a minute, maybe try and sneak into some of these areas as they become available. But yeah, we want to try and snatch territory, essentially. And this is what I really wanted, guns. We want as many Lend-Lease as we can get from all of our glorious allies. There we go. We didn't want to sneak into that one. See if we can... No. Just can't nick the supply hub. Although, pushing them off the railway there. Oh, nice. Can we get into this supply hub without losing all of this territory as well? Struggling to push a little bit, but we'll see where we can grab territory. Yes. Excellent. That's well won. That's hopefully going to knock a bit of them out of supply. Looks like Japan are closing in as well. One thing we definitely don't need is a border with Japan. We're not fighting them, so let's reduce that. And the next thing that we're going to want to do is actually improve our mountaineers. Something like that will do for now, and we're just going to want to train them as much as we can, and then just request the equipment, basically. They won't give us it. They will give us some towed artillery, but they won't give us any guns. Sure. We get any guns from you? Lovely. Can we get any gun? We're already getting guns for you. Maybe could start to look to do some damage here. It'd be good if we could cut maybe this section off and then, I suppose, encircle this part of China. Oh, there we go. That's an airfield for us, actually. Oh, no, that's really bad. Definitely don't want to lose units. Right, well, slowly gaining war score and slowly getting China to capitulation, but it's a slog. I think we're going to ban opium. I think that's generally just a good rule of thumb. Got more guns, though. That's good. And these mountaineers are now nearly in play, which is going to help massively. I'm going to drop us down a conscription limit because we definitely already don't need 6 million troops. We don't have 6 million guns, so... Meanwhile, we're going to need anti-air. That's definitely when we start fighting the Japanese. And just want to try and improve these mountaineers as much as possible. we definitely need support equipment. Okay, well, let's see how far we can get in. If we could push with the Mountaineers sort of, you know, around here and do an encirclement, that may be good. But yeah, it's definitely going to be a question of trying to get, I mean, 20% or less and they capitulate. So just got to maybe keep trying to push them off every now and then. Nice. See if we can create a little encirclement here. Just rely on the Soviets to hold the lines, essentially. Oh, nice. Well done. And another encirclement here. Good work. Right, I'm going to get our Mountaineers into the field, but I'm going to just train them a little bit. See if we can get that up a smidge before they call running into action. Nice. Okay, actually, they're really good now, and I'm going to give them absolute priority mobilization or supply gain, and then we're going to see if we can try and push into some of these territories now. Basically, I want to push with the Mountaineers to just capture supply victory points. Excellent. Looks like the Mountaineers are here. Just as we get some support equipment in. Right. And slowly but surely, I mean, we might actually have some close air support for once. From good old Mother Russia. Oh, here we go. Come on. Push, Mountaineers, push. Oh, beautiful. Okay. Move into those provinces, please. The Soviets. I don't want to lose the land we've just taken. If you want to give us convoys as well, we'll take it. Oh, this is ridiculous. We're already on 10 million manpower. We are never going to be able to field that amount of guns. Nice. Okay, we've got them on the ropes now. Right, I'm going to want the Mountaineers over on this side, I think, and start pushing to clear up this pocket. Free up this side of the front line. Oh, and the military factory situation is getting better. Okay, support equipment. That is what's needed now. Nearly cleared up this front now. And we got our first full bit of infantry. We can now get another one on the go. And again, let's start using the Mountaineers to push in for victory points. I think best opportunity is going to probably be sort of here. Good. More encirclements here. Right, some of the final pushes, I think, now with our Mountaineer units. Oh, China's capitulated. Okay, that was huge as we were pushing. Oh, Japan got a lot of war score there, so we might not be able to get as much territory as we want, but we'll try and get what we can. Some good resource territory would be good, so definitely going to prioritize these areas, I think. This territory is going to be cheaper for us to grab, so that is always a benefit. Yeah, I think we managed to get all of it. Oh, that's huge. Okay, now comes the real struggle, and we're going to start to have to fight the proper war with Japan. We're at 18 million manpower. We don't need that much. I'm going to drop us down again to limited conscription. But we are going to have to train units. We're going to need literally as many as we can, and we have no guns, so it's gun production time, that's for sure. One thing we're definitely going to need to do now is we're going to need to build... Oh, we can't move our capital. Yeah, why not? We'll move the capital. Yeah, we'll move the capital to Beijing. Why not? So one thing that we're going to definitely want to do now is we're going to create a big old front line, basically. And I'm going to definitely want to put a lot of troops on Beijing because that's now our new border. And we'll create maybe some land forts here. Or elite mountaineers are in. That's good. I think we could probably expand these now by... Yes. Get 8 battalions of mountaineers and maybe 3 artillery. These are now exactly how I want our mountaineer units. They're going to be so good for us. Meanwhile, Chairman Mao, let's improve his logistics wizardry abilities. And these cavalry, they're probably not as good anymore that we need. So I'm just going to train them into infantry, I think. And I'm going to put them in this template. Okay, here they come, justifying their war goal. I wonder how long they've got. 135 days. That's not long at all. World War II is getting a bit dicey. Not long now either until the start of the Japanese invasion. I'm going to stop training some of the coast guards. Always frustrating how there's most of the resources down in Guangli. Because we could probably do with that. But there's no way we're going to be able to fight Japan and them at the same time. Yeah, need to really focus, I think, on infrastructure and just as many military factories as we can, really. Looks like the Soviets are trying to move people back to our border, which is good because, yeah, we definitely need definitely need troops here now. And we can start to make some fighters. They'll be pretty basic for now, but that's fine. And we can actually make some trains, which will probably be needed as well. So, okay, here come the Japanese. Need to be very careful now. And we're already taking a bit of a battering on this area. Come on, hold the line. Finland's joined the co-prosperity, the Greater Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere. Brilliant. That's not what we want. Now, to start off with, I may actually have to put some of our mountaineers on this border, just because it looks like it's getting a bit of a hammering. And I'm going to drop a little last stand, because this point here seems to be getting quite a battering. Oh, you're joking. Oh, no, that's fine. They've joined the Comintern. Brilliant. Right, and it looks like the defense has stabilized again. Now, one thing, once some of these airfields are built, is actually we're really out of supply here, so we do need to build a supply hub. Okay, and I can hear the naval invasion sound now. Let's get this supply hub in first. And then we can hit this button here, reorganize the railway system. That's going to help with getting that built faster, which is excellent. And look like we're going to get some more troops here. So let's pull the mountaineers back because they're going to be needed. Oh no, okay. Oh. Okay, we lost some troops here, but we did have now potentially enclosed the Japanese here, which is pretty good actually. Brilliant, okay. Nice. And then what I want to do actually is hold that port so that hopefully what we can try and do is just capture and trap a load of Japanese soldiers in here and just keep force destroying them. Okay, so we're getting volunteer forces. To be honest, they could just go, although the templates are infantry, they'll be fine as port guards. And then we can just use the mountaineers to push these tiles here, but not destroy them. And hopefully we can just cheese the Japanese army a bit. And political power isn't so important, I don't think, really at the minute. So I'm going to swap out our I'm going to swap out this political advisor for our captain of industry, because we're going to need to build definitely more infrastructure, and that will also help with that supply depot that we're building. So, but there is another division in here for the meantime, so that's what we'll do. We'll just move to crush. Nice. Yeah, racking up a few kills here of the old Japanese. 2 more divisions coming to die. No, don't come in and take this port. Oh, they're going to ruin it. Oh, well. Okay. Fine, we'll go back to guarding it. But yeah, we'll try and utilize that as much as we can when we get those opportunities. Nice, and we could actually pick up the last bit of our doctrine, by the looks of it, for our mountaineers. So they are excellent. They're as elite as we need them to be. Right, and then we can also start on the railway to help improve the supply around this area. It's going to be a while before we can probably do any pushing of our own, but we have the situation secure. Brilliant. And this supply point is built as soon as the railway's done. Ah, never mind. They are now in supply, although it is going to mean that they're going to start pushing, probably. We could probably push slightly with the Mountaineers and try and take Zhangbi, because, again, another supply point, and then that will really bugger up the Japanese on this front. So, to be honest, the less fighting that the Russians have to do on this front is going to be better for them anyway. So, oh, and just as we spoke too soon, so they're, yeah, not good. We'll see if we can train a few more units quickly. They do have a port, but that's fine. Really squeezing the Japanese units here. This is a lot of Japanese units. This is going to be such a good encirclement. Ah, we've pushed them all the way to the coastline. Yeah, see you later. Ooh, some good tank divisions. A lot of equipment lost there for Japan, and a lot of glory gained for communist China. Let's have a look at the casualties now. Yeah, not looking too good. 212k, we've only lost 49. The Soviets, yikes, they're getting a bit of a pounding, so we do need to try and do something. Oh, and another naval invasion. Okay, although we might repel this one. Ah, no, again. Come on, Mountaineers, get down in place. Ooh, Soviet Union wants garrison support. I feel like they don't need garrison support. They're just asking it because we've got like 10 million men in reserve. They can have 250k. That's fine. It's nothing to us, really. Nice. Okay. Pushing Japanese out of these tiles now. Come on. Okay. And they're naval invading us again. Ay. We're doing quite well on gun production, considering, yeah, we have quite a lot of infantry at the minute. Okay, well, whilst we've got some time, again, let's see if we can now deploy the mountaineers. Oh, excellent. Brilliant. Right, now let's see if we can push these units out, because they should be out of supply. And in fact, we could probably go for a little encirclement here, if we're quick enough. Not good. Take that tile back, please. And then after that, it should be encirclement time. Oh, perfect. Okay, brilliant. Just the mountaineers clearing up these last pockets of Japanese units. No, push them out. Don't be shy. Gonna delete this border over here and just assign everyone back. Just want to try and link this, plug this gap so that hopefully the Soviets can keep pushing. We're not going to be able to obviously get much of a naval invasion on Japan, but one thing we can do is power drop them. So that's one thing we'll need to start preparing for, just as another naval invasion comes in. Oh my word, that is an awful amount of Japanese troops about to land on our coastline. Oh wow, okay. That's not good because our mountaineers are also slightly out of position. That could be a really big gap, though, if that doesn't get plugged, so we are going to have to pull them back. Stop exercising, get in the army group, and get into defensive positions. Yeah, they're ramping up their naval invasions, although that was a huge landing. Although there is a lot of, on the flip side, there's a lot of divisions to destroy. And the mountaineers are coming into position now, so we're going to be putting the squeeze on them. They are all out of supply as well, so... yeah, that's a good 16 divisions here that we can just hopefully close up. Nice. Yeah. Well, Japan should have paid a bit more attention, although there's going to be another nasty naval invasion coming our way. And looks like... Russia's pushed quite in a lot, so... to be honest, they're looking really quite weak here. If we can try and encircle them down here, that would be a massive bonus. So just going to ignore the naval invasion that's going on down here. We have got these units that can go and support if really necessary. Right, come on. Let's see if we can get this port off them. Nice. Okay, yeah. Yeah, just as the German Reich are coming in, so we could definitely do with clearing up this sooner rather than later. Oh, and they've capitulated as well. Excellent. Oh, we could probably try and create a really deep encirclement here. And it is kind of what's needed of us, really. Oh, come on. Oh, we actually need to free them up because they've been pushed out. Nice. Freeing up the front line here. Beautiful. Beautiful. There we go. That should be all these units really here encircled. So what that means now is a battle plan time. See if we can clear these up. And let's now see if we can push with our more attacking units down into Korea. It's going to be burning some equipment. Oh, why have they blown the Suez? Is things going that badly? Are things going that badly? No. Oh, well. That's going to bugger up trade a little bit. Okay, and that is going to be a problem. The Soviets have been declared war on, so we need to push and try and clear up this front line. I did want some motorized units. Can we actually build some now? 30 width, perfect. 4 will do for now. Paratroopers are in, excellent. Right, hopefully the Soviets have still got units over here, but they're still helping to push, but they probably need to, yeah, really direct forces back to this front line. Oh my word, they're really unprotected over here. That's not good. One thing that we're going to be doing next is paratroopers. So let's see if we can build some of these. And then they're going to literally want every single support equipment that we can offer them, which will probably just be that for now. Manchukuo has gone, which just leaves some very nasty pockets around here, which they're all are standing, but that's a lot of the Japanese army gone and dealt with. Nice. Okay, Korea secured. Japan has declared war on the Philippines. Makes no difference to us, really. Well, actually it does, because that will bring the US into play now. What I will probably end up doing is, let's see, promoting somebody new as a as an army group commander, and leaving this general over here, and then actually sending these guys to try and at least slow down with a bit of our infantry. Probably do absolutely nothing and they'll get pummeled, but something is better than nothing. Come on, just squeeze them, crush them. That is a lot of dead Japanese troops now. Oh, that's going to be all the allies really wanting a piece of us now. Lovely! And that is a lot of territory back for us as well. Okay, well, that is at least one front dealt with. We desperately need to try and secure this border a little bit more. Excellent. And that's really the Japanese pushed off of our land now. Which means I'm going to bring the Mountaineers back to this port for the time being. Oh, and we can actually prepare a collaboration government, which is pretty good. We'll do that. Oh dear, Leningrad's gone. Continue to hold the line, boys. Oh my word, they have so many planes as well. Our Air Force is just not going to do much against them. Although it looks like we may be holding the line quite well now. Right, well, we need to finish up researching basically a few of these projects, and then I think, yeah, just start to focus on our plan, our future naval, or, well, actually, not naval invasion, but power drop invasion. Right, transports, this is what we need. The front line is slightly holding over here. I think we'll probably have to assign some more units. I think we'll just hold a front line from about sort of north of Leningrad to about here. That seems fairly reasonable. Maybe it looks like the front lines are potentially holding for a second. I mean, the German lines are looking a little bit shorter. Nice, taking a supply point there. Ooh, and a little encirclement. Beautiful. They are starting to invade down here, although I'm hoping that our Chinese allies here can sort of defend that. If they can't, then we'll move in. We just need a little bit more infantry. Oh dear, not looking too good for our our Air Force. They're getting a bit battered. I think we'll move some of them back. Probably just not enough fighters really to defend areas. Oh yeah, no, we're just getting actually, I think, outclassed. So Air Force will move back, I think, for now. Nice. Well, we've got 14 new divisions by the looks of things. 2 paratroopers. We'll move them over. But these new 12 shall go into a new theatre so that we can put a little bit more infantry down on our southern border. Oh, there's actually going to be a naval invasion in Korea. That's good. Mainly because we'll just be able to crush these units very quickly. And that's another 2 Japanese divisions sacrificed to us. That's good. Okay, we finally got transports. That is actually quite crucial. Right, we're going to need to put them into production quite drastically. So we'll see what we can do here. Probably need to take some off of planes. The Suez Canal repaired, finally. D-Day may happen soon. Nice, 1936 submarines are in 1942. Yeah, we're not very clued up on navy. We haven't actually produced any CAS as well this whole game, so we'll literally just put something very basic in. Nice. Well, we can put some sort of 1936 submarines into production. That's good, at least. We are actually nearly ready, I reckon, to try and take out the Japanese, which will be ideal. We'll definitely divert a lot of attention to the German front after this. Ooh, Mussolini deposed. Excellent. Well, even more reason now to try and push our assault. So, here we go. Let's try and do something here. We're going to have to manually select them one by one. Right, that should be that. And then we need to bring the Air Force over. And then hopefully we'll be able to get clear skies. So let's slow it down ever so slightly. Looks like paradrop might be away. Excellent. 1 is down. 2 are down. 3, 4. Right, push. Oh, look at that. Right, the paradrop is successful. We've secured a dock. Paratroopers now need to try and secure these sort of areas. So let's see if we can do that. Meanwhile, we've got more infantry that we need to bring over. We've got the motorized that we need to try and bring over here. And we've got the mountaineers that we need to try and bring over here. Right, chaps, this is it. It's go for Japan. Push out. Oh, lovely. Okay, this is really where the motorized are fully across. So Just want to assign them to over here and then drive literally as straight as quickly as possible. Same with the Mountaineers. Just push, push, push. Chile declared war on Japan. Beautiful. Come on. We're getting there. We're nearly getting there with Japan. Oh, just drive straight into Tokyo. Drive straight into Tokyo. There we go. It's literally got to be a question of that's it. That's it. Game over for Japan. Apart from the Soviet Union, they've got, you know, a fair bit of war score here, but we need to try and take a lot of this. This is all our core territory, so... Okay, peace deal is done. We did take basically a small part here for some reason. Not really sure what happened there. But we got most of sort of Siam, Thailand area. And of course, it's freed up the front on this side completely as well, which is also important, which means we can now direct everything back to the German issue. I did manage to nick quite a substantial amount of the Japanese Navy as well, which is good. So we will also start to exercise that. Might not need it, but at least we've got it. A lot of Chinese troops flooding into the Eastern Front now. Their borders are actually really squishy. I mean, we could probably get a good encirclement in certain parts. Let's see if we can do some driving here with the motorized. Oh, come on. Lovely. You love to see it. A nice German encirclement that we can crush. Come on. A great little pocket here to crush. Nice. Yeah, that's got to be a good little bit of German casualty there. Now we need to just see where we can punch through next. We've probably got good supply here. It could probably do a little punch here and link up this pocket. So, nice. 2 divisions captured there. Meanwhile, we should probably draw an old attack line over here so that the infantry are ready to push when we need them to. I'm going to see if I can... I mean, it'll be absolutely hilarious if we can, but if we can just rush down here. Oh, it is a sea of green. Oh, incredible. Yeah, Germany is looking very squishy. I mean, we've literally just absolutely charged through. Oh, Paris has been liberated. Looks like D-Day's going well as well. Yeah, Germany is screwed by the looks of things. Yeah, Germany is certainly crumbling. Yeah, they've got a lot to deal with right now. Well, Berlin's a long way away, but I wonder if we can do some good driving. Oh, another little pocket here. Excellent. Oh, we can literally just attack and battle plan our way probably through now. Let's see if we can drive into Berlin first, shall we? Come on, motorized. You can do this. Just do it. Do it for the memes. China drives to Berlin. Come on. We did it. Oh, amazing. Overstretched or just, you know, too good. We'll never know. The fall of Berlin from the Chinese soldiers. I wonder what the casualties are looking like. We've only lost 411k. That's actually quite impressive. Oh, we've managed to kill 1.3 million. Soviet Union's managed to kill 3 million. It's pretty impressive goings. And in general, we've only lost 5.2 and they've lost 12.8. How have Iraq lost 400,000 men? I don't get it. Italy lost 2.6 million men. That's awful. Still, the United States managed to lose 2 million men nearly. The United Kingdom lost 4. Come on, push your way into Hamburg. You can do it, man. Ah! The fall of Budapest, but it doesn't matter because it's the fall of the Axis. And we're victorious. And here we go, peace deal done. If we wanted to go further with this, we definitely could. We did manage to pick up a good bit of navy here. So not only have we got some French ships now, we've also got some of the Italian ones. We managed to pick up the Bismarck and a few other bigger German ships. I think combined with some of the submarines and the carriers that we got from the Japanese fleet, we've got a fairly good contentive navy. So actually, you know, we're looking on top. Anyway, I think I'm going to end this here. And just to go to prove that playing China is not scary. And actually, the communist China path is actually, 1, quite doable, and 2, really fun. And if you are one of those people, if you like to play past like 1945, this is one of the best factions you can really do. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and let me know which of your favorite paths are out of the many ways you can play China. Otherwise, I will see you in the next one. See ya!